of the scattered photon with x-axis. So after collision भी अगर scattered photon का angle x-axis के साथ 0 है, it means even after collision the photon is continuously moving along x-axis. So put this phi equal to 0 in this equation. What we will get? Delta lambda, it is equal to lambda minus lambda dash. It is h by m naught c. 1 minus cos 0 will be 1. It will be 0. It implies delta lambda is equal to 0. Means lambda dash is equal to lambda. When the angle of scattering of photon is 0 degree, at that time there is no change in the wavelength of the scattered photon. So you can write theoretically here, a theoretical line here, that when even after collision the photon continues to move along x-axis or the angle of scattering of photon is 0, then there is no change in the wavelength of the scattered photon. It means the wavelength of the scattered photon, it is same as that of the incident photon, or you can say that there is no Compton shift. So there is no Compton shift. In second case, if phi is pi by 2, pi by 2 means after collision से पहले जो photon था it was moving along x axis and after collision it is moving along y axis, because अगर photon scattered photon y axis के along होगा तभी जो उसका angle of scattering है x axis के साथ वो 90 degree होगा. It means after collision the scattered photon it starts moving along y axis. At that time this phi will be pi by 2. So then what will be the Compton shift? Cos 90 is 0, so 1 minus 0. It means delta lambda is equal to h by m naught c, or lambda dash minus lambda, it is h by m naught c, and its value is, after putting the value of h m naught c, it comes out to be 0.0242 angstrom, and you can also write it as lambda plus h by m naught c. And the last case is if phi is equal to pi, it means the photon is suffering head-on collision with the electron and it starts retracing its path after collision. So in case phi is equal to pi, we see maximum Compton shift. When phi was 0, there was no Compton shift. When phi was pi by 2, there was appreciable Compton shift. But when phi is equal to pi, there will be maximum Compton shift in this case. So what will be Compton shift? Delta lambda, it is lambda dash minus lambda. It is equal to h by m naught c. 1 minus cos pi is minus 1, it means 2h by m naught c. So lambda dash minus lambda, after putting the values of h m naught c, it comes out to be 0.0484 angstrom. So this is maximum Compton shift in this case. When the angle of scattering of the photon is 180 degree, means it retraces its path after head-on collision with the electron. So in all these three cases, what we have studied that when we have varied phi when phi is varied from 0 degree to 180 degree or pi, the wavelength of scattered photon changes from 0 to lambda plus h by m naught c to lambda plus 2h by m naught c. So when phi is varied from 0 to pi, then wavelength of scattered photon varies between wavelength of scattered photon when phi was 0, it was lambda, so it varies from lambda to lambda plus 2h by m naught c, varies between lambda to lambda plus 2h by m naught c. Okay, so this is all about Compton effect. But in this effect, the Compton considered that electron is almost free. But we know that the target consists of atoms. It means actually the electron is tightly bound to the atom. So in that case, when the photons are incident on the atom, so actually the energy is imparted to the atom. So in that case, this law lambda dash minus lambda is equal to h by m naught c 1 minus cos phi. It will be changed to lambda dash minus lambda is equal to h by mc 1 minus cos phi, where m is the mass of atom as a whole. Because in Compton effect, we incident photons on the target atom substance. So the energy is being absorbed by atom as a whole. So that's why we will replace this m naught by rest mass of electron by the mass of atom as a whole. So in that case, as we know that rest mass of electron is very small. If this rest mass of electron is very small, there will be appreciable change in the wavelength of scattered photon, or you can say that there will be appreciable amount of Compton shift. But when we'll consider electron as tightly bound to the atom, or when we are considering atom as a whole, at that time as this mass m, it will be greater than m naught. So in this case, this Compton shift, it is not appreciable. Value of this Compton shift, it will be negligible. If this is negligible, in this case, when we are taking atom as a whole, in this case, as m is large, so this lambda minus lambda dash, it will be very small. It implies lambda dash will be approximately equal to lambda. If lambda dash is approximately equal to lambda, it means scattering will be coherent. So when there is collision between the free electron and photon, then the collision will be non-coherent. And when we are considering the collision between atom as a whole and the high energy photons, at that time the scattering will be coherent. So this is all about Compton effect. Thank you.